Today on the CTV News at 5. Castle logging protesters take their fight to Calgary and Edmonton. Plus, why Wildrose leader Danielle Smith was in Lethbridge today. And
we usually do something special on Valentine's Day.
We show you how some Southern Albertans are showing the love this Valentine's Day.
CTV News with Jackie Scantlebury.
Good afternoon. RCMP have tracked down the truck suspected to be involved in the shooting of 2 RCMP officers. And it came with a shocking surprise inside. The RCMP, with assistance from the public, has recovered the black 2000 Chevy Silverado. Police have been searching for the vehicle after catching 27-year-old Sawyer Clark Robison. He now faces 2 counts of attempted murder. Investigators believe he may have left the shooting scene in the truck last Wednesday near Killam. The truck was found on a farmyard about 10 kilometers southeast of Killam. It had a .50 caliber sniper rifle hidden inside. It's the same kind of gun that soldiers in Afghanistan use. Police say although the rifle wasn't loaded, no ammunition was found inside the vehicle. A police dog helped locate a magazine a short distance away. The 2 officers injured, Sid Gaudette, originally from Lethbridge, and Sheldon Shaw, are both expected to make full recoveries. Logging protesters showed their love for Alberta's forests today at rallies in Calgary and Edmonton.
Whoa! Whoa, shame!
Over 170 people turned out to tell the province they don't want logging in the heart of protected areas like the Castle Special Place or Bragg Creek. The Castle Crown Wilderness Coalition organized the rallies. They also sent valentines to government officials. The group is concerned about the impact logging will have on recreation, tourism, and environment. Construction on an access road in preparation of logging has already begun. Protesters say despite over 100,000 phone calls, emails, and letters, the government doesn't seem to care.
And they've started in the most obvious and one of the most damaging places they could. And basically they're poking their finger in the eye of the public and saying, we don't care what you think, get out of our way, we're going to log. And we don't care that the local people, local businesses, people from all over are opposed to this. Seems to not matter at all.
Groups managed to delay the logging operation by setting up a protest camp at an access road southwest of Beaver Mine for 3 weeks. 4 protesters were charged after failing to leave the site when ordered by RCMP. They'll be appearing in court later this month. Alberta Wildrose leader Danielle Smith says she wants to hear both sides of the logging issue before taking a stand. Smith, who will be in Pincher Creek tonight, says the province needs a better process to ensure development is respectful of environmental concerns and recreational uses. At a party fundraising lunch this afternoon, Smith attacked a report that urges the province to go ahead with 2 more high-voltage power lines. Smith described the report issued by a government-appointed panel as baffling. Smith promises if Wildrose is elected, it would repeal Bill 50, push the stop button, and conduct an independent needs assessment on the lines. Smith also says the cost of electricity is outrageous and that a clear sign that the market isn't working.
Well, we've proposed a couple of changes that we would make for how we would improve that process, but the other part of it is we have to start controlling the fixed costs on our electricity bill. If you don't even turn on the lights in a month, you'll still have a $50 or $60 bill because of transmission costs and distribution costs and admin costs and rate riders and franchise fees and who knows what else is in there. The most important thing we can do is make sure that that part of the bill doesn't escalate.
And Smith says the only way to restore credibility in the process is to scrap Bill 50 and then go back to an independent needs assessment of power requirements. Well, Dory Rossiter, a very lovely forecast for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's not red letter, get the pun, it's not red letter forecast as far as really hot temperatures go, but boy, it's going to be very pleasant. And the bit of a wintry reminder that we had last night has pretty much dissipated. We've still got some snow on the ground, but we're not expecting any more for the next several days. But I'll give you all the mild details coming up in a couple of minutes.
We like the sounds of that. Thanks, Dory. Well, today is the day of love, and some local businesses are really feeling the love as shoppers try to find something special for their Valentine. Stephanie Mastercott has the story.
Valentine's Day is the second busiest day of the year for florists next to Mother's Day. Over 50 million roses are sold worldwide, and for Marquis Flowers, the orders keep rolling in.
Hundreds today with what we deliver and what goes out there. All flower shops are going to be busy today, restaurants, everything.
Some of the earliest Valentine's gifts were candies, with the most common being chocolates in heart-shaped boxes.
Our milk and dark, all dark and all milk boxes are definitely a huge selling point in this store.
Some like to make the sweets they buy for their sweetie a little more personal.
Some people propose over them, and people write messages to their Valentine, all kinds of stuff like that.
Some couples are celebrating their first Valentine's Day together, while others have celebrated this holiday of love for years.
I want to do really good, so I put a little pressure on myself.
Valentine's in Paris, on the Eurostar, Valentine in Amsterdam. So, oh yeah, we usually do something special on Valentine's Day.
When asked what the secret was to 41 years of marriage, the answer was compromise. Stephanie Massicott, CTV News, Lethbridge.
And it's not just a day for couples, although some singles may go as far to call Valentine's Day Single Awareness Day. It's actually a day to celebrate with anyone you love. And there was a lot of love for a couple of Elk Valley teens this morning after they spent the night out in the backcountry. Fernie Search and Rescue spent the morning scouring the backcountry looking for the 19-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl. The pair went for a drive last night when the truck they were in got stuck. With no cell phone service and the vehicle stuck 27 kilometers down a backcountry road, the teens decided to wait it out until morning. Search and rescue crews found them around 10 a.m. in good condition. The teens were lucky that the weather was mild overnight, reaching a low of only -1. A Southern Alberta school is wired up after winning a national technology grant. Best Buy Canada handed over $20,000 to Noble Central School. Staff will use the money to buy computers, monitors, tablets, and digital camcorders for the students to use in the classroom. The Nobleford School is one of 12 in Canada to get the grant. The school's tech club applied for the funding by creating a video explaining ways that they'd use the money to inspire and enhance their education.
In social studies class, they can create their own videos. They can edit them right on the tablet. It's the video camera, it's the computer, it's the editing software, it's everything in one. They can use it to create an assignment right there at their desks.
We'll be able to get a bunch of new technologies that us students can do more things and be able to do better projects.
And staff hope to create a multimedia course once they bought the new equipment with the grant. A community organization has knocked down the first part of a fundraising goal and is now asking for the community to step up. The Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lethbridge will host their annual bowling fundraiser in the last 2 weekends of March. They're hoping to raise more than $60,000, and today they got $15,000 from First Choice Savings and Concentra Financial. The money will go towards programs for young people in the committee.
They have over 120 kids that are part of the program and 45 in their teen mentoring program. So this helps sustain those programs. So much, it's counterintuitive, but when something like this is successful, that means all the more funding is necessary to make sure that it continues on and even reach beyond that. They have a waiting list of 30 to 40 kids.
Teams can register for bowling fundraisers online, and the event will include prizes and a team spirit dress-up theme. Well, horses are a big part of life for many rural Albertans, and experts say there are lots of things horse owners should consider when buying equipment for their animals. Selecting the right bit is one example, and we have more in tonight's report from Farm TV.
Ron Anderson doesn't call himself an expert, but he does know a lot about bits. Anderson shared tips on how to pick the proper bit for your horse.
The main criticism that I might aim at horse owners or horse riders is that they've never really stopped to think about what equipment they're using and what it's doing. When you go looking for a bit, make sure you're trying to communicate with the horse more effectively, not trying to overcome behavioral issues.
You should also consider if the bit fits the horse's mouth. And although it might be tempting to walk into a store and pick out a bit that catches your eye or matches your outfit, Anderson advises it might not be wise to give in to the temptation.
They go in a store and they go, oh, boy, I've always wanted one of those. I'm going to buy that bit. Boy, what a nice looking bit. And I saw a rider and a horse that I really admire, and I asked them what they were using, and they showed me their favorite bit. I want that bit. And they buy it and they bring it home, and it might be the least suitable of 10 bits that they should be using on their horse.
Keeping in mind that bits are tools, not accessories, is important, says Anderson. And picking out an appropriate one will keep both you and your horse happy.
Farm TV is brought to you by DA Building Systems.
And the Loonie was also feeling the love this February 14th. It closed on an up note. Here are the closing numbers.